Hello and welcome. My name is Tom Shima, and today is Wednesday, June 17th. I'm going to be continuing to play the game Persona 3 Reload as part of my Persona A Day series. That's where I've been playing the game one in-game day at a time as it lines up with the real calendar. So what I like to do, I'm going to start off by going over what we did yesterday. That way we come into today all on the same page and all expecting the same things. From there, we'll get into today's gameplay and see where that takes us. And after that, we'll come back here to the desk and talk about it a little bit more. For any of you watching on YouTube, I will have timestamps in the description in case you want to jump ahead to a specific section. And please be aware that since this is a full playthrough of the game, we will be encountering spoilers. So let's take a look back yesterday at Tuesday the 16th. The day started out at school, and Mitsuru stopped by and let me know that she wants to have me make some time in the evening. She's got something she wants to discuss with me. So I started my day with that in mind, thinking about the evening. It was a fairly standard school day. Classes went well. Afterwards, I did my usual walk around town. I specifically made my way over to Officer Kurosawa to sell some materials I'd gathered in Tartarus. Was able to make a nice sum of money for that, so that was encouraging. And I had a little bit of time left for the day, and I received a text from Kenji Tomochika. It sounded a little more urgent, needed my help with something, so I decided that made the most sense to spend my time with yesterday. So I got a hold of him to see what was up, and he said that he was finally ready to put his plan into action, to go confess to that teacher he liked. He wanted me to kind of wait down in the courtyard for moral support for him and said he was going to go do it. So I wished him all the best luck I could give him. He headed off to do it, and I just enjoyed spending some time waiting in the courtyard. Before too much longer, he came back, grinning wildly, just so excited. He said it worked just fine, it was exactly what he wanted. Miss Kano, the teacher, was going to offer him special lessons, and he was going to go enjoy that right away, but he wanted to come back and let me know how well things went. He was really appreciative of my support. We grew a little bit closer and increased the social link rank. He hurried off for whatever was coming his way with Miss Kano, and so I decided to head on my way because he and I seemed to be done for the afternoon. I wished him luck, and he was on his way. So that brought me back to the dorm in the evening. I remember that Mitsuru wanted to talk to me about something, and when I got back, she was already there with Fuuka, Junpei, and Yukari. And she said that she was going to give Fuuka a proper welcome to the dorm since she just moved in this past week, and had kind of realized that none of us officially got a real welcome/tour to the dorm. A lot of things happened in April. I moved in back on the night of the 6th, coming into the 7th, and it was on the 9th, just a few days later, that the shadow attacked the dorm. And she'd said things have been really busy since then, and looking back, we can kind of see that. So she wanted to just make sure that we all got that proper introduction to the dorm. Junpei kind of said, well, we've been living here for a couple months, isn't that a little late? But it was nice to get to see things and have it all laid out for us, to see the amenities that the dorm offered, to know the rules and expectations that we have, and the fact that we're going to all be living together. We all do kind of need to pull our own weight and make this a good shared living space for everyone. And so it was kind of cool to get a tour of some of the places we knew about. I mean, some of the things we had seen but not actually used. The kitchen apparently is available now to use. We all have varying levels of culinary skills, so it'll be kind of nice to get to work with some of the other people at the dorm and see how we complement each other there. There was the rooftop garden, which I was aware of, that Chairman Akutsuki had set up for us. But everyone else seemed excited about that as well, so it'd be kind of nice to have some other hands helping out up there. Fuuka brought a DVD player with her, so down in the dorm lobby, there's a DVD player set up with the TV now. So that was exciting. Yukari mentioned specifically wanting to watch some movies that she was afraid to watch alone, so maybe we'll get to do some shared activities that way. And even just places we'd seen, like the little nook on the second floor next to the vending machines, there was a case of books. And it seemed like that was going to be a good reading area. All the books were available, and if we brought things we wanted to read, we could read them there. So it was really nice to just see all the things we've already seen, but in a whole new light. And it feels like even though we've been there, new things have opened up to us. I wasn't really sure what to do with my evening. I thought about going back to Tartarus to continue the investigation, but we've been doing that a lot recently. And hearing about all these new things around the dorm, that did kind of motivate me to look in that direction. So I did step out in the evening and make a purchase from the high-end goods vendor, the fashionable guy at Club Escapade. There was a pair of glasses there that Elizabeth wanted, so I was able to purchase those at a discount because I had the black onyx he was looking for. So I delivered those over to her and completed her request. And then I made my way back to the dorm. There were a lot of people there that had a lot of fun things I wanted to consider doing, but was only able to do one. And I hadn't spent a lot of time with, well, any of them really, but Junpei. He wanted to do some reading up on the second floor. He had some manga that he borrowed from a friend and was going to read. That sounded like a lot of fun, so he invited me to join him there, so that's what I did. And it was apparently an old classic sports manga about baseball. Sounded like he might have read it before and was really excited to read it again. And so we just kind of spent the evening doing that. Going back and forth on what we were liking about it, talking about our tastes in manga, our interests in all sorts of things in general, sports, manga, all that good stuff. It was a nice dramatic manga, so I actually even improved some courage by reading it. But it was nice to just take that time to see Junpei and get to know him a little bit more. More than just around school or as a part of the party in Tartarus. It was get to know him man-to-man sort of thing. And I think he kind of felt the same way about me. We've got some shared interests, which is nice. Eventually, we finished all of the chapters of the manga that he had on hand. He'd borrowed it from a friend, so he's like, oh man, I need to go borrow the next one sooner than later so we can keep going with this. But that kind of worked out because it was getting late anyway, so we decided it was a good place to call it for the night. He headed back to his room, I headed to mine, to just get to bed and rest up for the next day. So it was really nice to take a relaxing day as a bit of a break from all the busy action we've been doing, and just enjoy the dorm for what it offers us now. That was how that day wrapped up. Another nice good night of sleep to come into today, so we're all rested up and ready to go. I'll get us over the game and let's see if it's as fun as it was yesterday. We'll be right there. Okay, so here we are. Like I said, I gained a little bit of courage from reading the sports manga yesterday. Wasn't enough to take us to a new level, but I'm still determined. Confident, determined, and above average. All nice stats to see.
I'll borrow the rest of them so we can pick it up next time. Well, I'm gonna hit the hay.
Yeah, look, a nice comfy atmosphere. Good seats to sit on. No pressure. We're kind of out of the way up here, so we're not reading down in the middle of everything. So we can kind of focus on what we're doing and still converse a little bit about it. But it was a fun evening. So that was how Tuesday the 16th ended, and brings us into today, Wednesday the 17th. I'm starting off hearing some people talking. I can hear people talking.
Have you heard?
I remember commenting yesterday that somebody's going to remind me about the club's opening, because we did hear that from a student in the hall yesterday. And I remember saying yesterday, I'm going to be surprised and I'm going to wonder if I'll remember tomorrow. And even seeing that now, it's like, oh yeah, they did say that yesterday. So the prophecy kind of came true, and I am glad to have the reminder, just like I thought I would be. And that is already kind of giving me an idea of where I might want to spend some afternoon time, depending on what other things pull my attention.
Seriously?
Really? Did someone transfer schools? But it sounds interesting. I'm tired of going straight home. Maybe it's time to join a club. Talking about that, I do already have my hands kind of full with a lot of other activities. I'm on the track team, the student council. Do I want to add the art club to the mix? The fashion club, yes, that's another one.
By the way,
Let's go check it out after school then. Yeah, I mean, we could check it out too. I mean, that was kind of the same with the track team. I think we were able to observe the first day and just see if it was anything we were interested in. So maybe like a fact-finding thing, we could take a look at the art club. So it seems like there's an opening at the art club. Maybe I can learn more about them if I visit the club room. Seems like a good way to go. And with that, the first bell has rung.
I guess we'll get started.
We haven't had a class with Mr. Edogawa in a while. They're always kind of fun. They're kind of out there. They're kind of different from a traditional class, at least in my experience. But I always find his lectures interesting because they're atypical like that. All right, let's begin. Palace Aran Azanamas. We all need to start somewhere. Rome wasn't built in a day. The same goes for magic. You ought to learn its background. Today I'll teach you about the origin of magic. Long, long ago, in the dawn of civilization, man created primitive religions. Animism, totemism, and shamanism all fall into this category. You learned these in world history, right? That last one, shamanism, is important to the origins of magic. A shaman would fall into a trance state and act as an intermediary between the worlds. But it counts as magic, where humans can have the power of gods and spirits in their own hands. This shaman-style magical tradition would later be embraced by witches. Take the common European witch as an example. People today think that witches derive their power from contracts with the devil. But that's just Christian propaganda. The witches' predecessors were more like maidens serving the gods. It was through prayer to those gods that they earned their powers. They learned to control their magic without losing consciousness during their trance states. That's how they originally awoke to the practice. Originally, Europe was full of religions, worshipping a slew of various gods. The collective term for them is paganism. Interestingly enough, the celebrations of Christmas and Halloween have pagan backgrounds. Are you all still paying attention? No trance states now. Here's a test to see if you were paying attention. Get it wrong and your afterlife won't be pleasant. Palasaron asnamas.
Okay, then.
Now, who should I pick? I choose thee, Shima. What early religious practice was the origin of magic? I'm glad I was paying attention. He specifically mentioned all three, totemism, animism, and shamanism, and he said specifically that shamanism was important for our studies here. So it was shamanism in the Trance-like states.
Cool.
Very good. You'll be born in your next life as a human. So, paganism and Christianity have a closer connection than one might think. As the Roman Empire grew, so did the Christian population within the empire. At first, each religion practiced separately without issue, but I answered correctly. Everyone in the class is looking at me with respect. Alright, another point of charm. It's always kind of tough to be put on the spot with some of the classes, but I do like that participatory aspect of it. I'm happy I was able to get it right, too. It's easier to say I like that when I did well at it, but it was a good one today. But the class is ended for today. Another reminder, because it knows my attention span. Apparently their club is recruiting new members. I might be able to learn more about them if I visit their club room. How many times have we been suggested that today? I really feel like that's where the game is really kind of strongly telling me to go. I see Yukari's got something new to say. So we'll talk to some people along the way. Might head out for a little bit and see the sights, but I do think I'm going to listen to the game and maybe head towards the art room today. We do have our usual friends. I do need to get back to Bunkichi and his wife. Maiko, hello. Are you coming today? Dear Tom-chan, how have you been? Come swing by the shop to say hello, will you? Yuko, it's another one I want to spend time with. Hello. You done for today? Want to go home together? And an ad from Wakatsu PR. Are you eating well? Keeping a well-balanced diet nourishes the brain, which in turn can improve your studies. We prepare great food with all our hearts just for you. Remember, a healthy brain stems from healthy food. Wakatsu's got your back. All right. And how did everybody else spend their time? Wow. All social links, 100%. Nothing listed for daily life. Obviously no Tartarus since it's the afternoon. Odagiri. Hiraga, that's a name we haven't encountered yet. The old couple and Yuko. All good choices. Yeah, I want to see Yuko again. I want to see the old couple again. I want to stop by the art room. I want a lot of things for my limited time. That is kind of tough. Hello, welcome. Yes, I'm having a great day so far. And thank you so much for the follow the other day. I'm sorry I didn't call that out yesterday when you were here, but thank you for that as well. I saw a girl in a gothic Lolita getup in front of the station. Man, she was cute. I had to go up and ask her out. I said, hey, want to catch a movie or something? But she didn't even move, except for breathing. She didn't even bother looking my way. My ego still hasn't recovered. Poor guy. And Yukari, how's your day? Oh, Shima-kun.
By the way,
Have you heard that the art club is accepting new members? Come to think of it, wasn't Fuuka in the art club? Oh, I'm not sure that's come up yet. Maybe you should go check it out if you're interested. See how they operate and all that. Another reason to think about headed towards the art club today. And Bebe, he's there as well. Student council over that way. A lot of different directions we can be looking today. This nice colorful door here appears to be the art club. I do kind of want to head that way, but might want to see what else is around town before we end our day there. Earnest student, what can you tell me? Is it about the art club? The culture club's recruitment drive seems to have started. Only the art club is recruiting this year. It looks like you can go take a look at their activities first. Culture clubs have a different feel than the sports clubs. They seem interesting. Yeah, we're already busy with so many other things, but it just seems like this is the time to be busy. You know, that's the high school life of trying to take in all these different experiences and see which ones are interesting and which ones you want to build on. I thought that with the fashion club when we joined them. I feel like the art club could be a similar vein that way. But we'll make our rounds around the town first. We'll go be a tourist at Screenshot again and see what's playing today. Love Jetem Sarajevo is now showing. High school students pay 1,500 yen. I wonder when we'll finally get around to make time to see a movie. It's going to happen eventually. We planted the last of our seedlings the other day, the last of our tomatoes, so I don't have any on hand right now. I think they grow in something like 10 days. Maybe 9 now, since we planted them yesterday, so I don't immediately need to purchase anything here. We'll kind of browse and make that a stop along our day, though. The only thing I could buy is another set of buff potato sprouts. Not bad, but
Please come again.
maybe as we get a little further in, maybe she'll have some more stuff coming forward. And it looks like time's already, moving forward. We haven't seen any of the lost, apathy syndrome sufferers around, but I think that might be one here. So kind of that cyclical wave of after the full moon. We've been kind of putting 2 and 2 together there. And of course we have to make our way back here to the outskirts to see the weak cat, the unofficial mascot of our playthrough. Hello, weak cat. Mew to you too. Good to see you. Delinquent, you're looking well. Other cats over here. Seems like everybody's in their normal places. Let's continue on. This might be one of the first times I've been able to see the town this covered with social links. We've got the card icons at Gekko-Con, at Bologna, at Naganaki, and at the station mall. Our cup runs over for ways to spend our day. Challenging to have a lot of choices, but better to have a lot of choices than too few. There's Suemitsu over there by the fountain. I noticed him today. Probably not going to spend the afternoon at Game Parade. I mean, I'm sure I won't, but I want to see what's here anyway. They've got You're the Answer and Edgar's House of Fortunes. A couple regulars. We're trying to get more Jack Frost dolls. I'm not sure if they're available today or not. Still a Ganesha Bank. We'll check in here with the pharmacist as well. Hope his day's going well. Yeah, the season is changing. It's getting hotter. It's kind of fun playing the game one day at a time like this because we're able to kind of put ourselves in that same boat and say, oh yeah, it is mid-June now. It is getting warmer out. Nothing really here that I need. I haven't used much medicine in a while, so I'm just here to say hi to the pharmacist.
People used to believe that consuming mummies could cure any illness. They'd do anything to be healthy. The same goes for people these days, too.
That's true. And we've learned last month, during exams, that listening to some of these background things actually has paid off for me in class. He'd mentioned the May Blues back in May, so I always kind of like to just hear what little flavor text he has. So thank you for that nugget of information, pharmacist. I will try to remember that.
You got everything you need?
I do. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Just nice to keep him part of our regular playthrough.
Good day.
And I think we're current on requests with Elizabeth.
Here are my requests.
We are.
Very well, then.
I'm looking at spending time with the art room, so I shouldn't need any specific persona for that, since we haven't met anybody there yet. We do have 2 openings in our personas, but we don't really need to change those out right now, necessarily. So I will stop in the Velvet Room and say hi to Igor, in case we don't make our way back here at any point the rest of the day. Another good excuse to enjoy the ambience of the Velvet Room.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Igor, Elizabeth, I just wanted to stop in and say hi again. Hope your day is going well. I want to thank you for the support, and I'll continue to count on you going forward.
We look forward to your next visit.
Their character not looking like he's doing too hot. We're pretty good on our gear with Officer Kurosawa. I don't think there's anything else he has that would really be enough of a step up to warrant spending anything else on it. We got everybody new armor the other day, new footwear for Yukari and Mitsuru the other day. And we got weapons from Chairman Ikutsuki, so what he gave us is comparable or better than everything that's for sale right now. So another one, we're just here to check in and say hi. Hope your day's going well. Hope it's nice and peaceful.
All done here?
I am, and thank you for the support as well.
Be seeing you.
I think we've seen most of the rounds here. We'll say hi to Suimitsu from a distance because we're headed back to school. We might stop at Naganaki Shrine as well. Why not? We'll take a couple more steps that way. Could spend time with Maiko today, and maybe it's kind of cruel to stop by and see her waiting for us to play, but I'm sure she'll understand. Maybe I'll be able to teach her some things I learned if I stop by the art room and learn something while I'm there. But it's nice to take a break and just enjoy the atmosphere here and get away from it all for a second. So a couple calming deep breaths. All right, everybody nice and calm. All right, let's continue on with our day then. I guess we've gone everywhere else. We might as well stop by the station. I'm not immediately seeing anybody to talk to here. Still like the design of this place, though. It really feels like an actual place. It's not just a collection of stores. Just everybody going about their day like they would. It's that much more lived in and real. It's very nice. Bookworms, we got to get back there eventually. Tough being a busy high schooler with a lot of different things to consider doing. But let's head back down and make our way over to the school. As not subtle as the game was about that art club, I am going to take a look at the art club today. And it sounds fun. I mean, that's the other side of it. I think it does something our character would like. So I'm not just doing this out of obligation or anything like that. It sounds like a new opportunity, and our character's proven to be open to new opportunities. So this is definitely in line with what I think he would be like. And I realize I haven't saved the game yet today, so let's do that. It's the art room. There's a note that says, Art Club, new members welcome. Color the world. It does feel more responsible to take a tour first and just kind of make sure whatever they're up to is in line with what I'm looking for. We did the same thing with the track team. I can't imagine the art club is anything that I wouldn't be interested in, but better not to make assumptions, right? Let's take a quick tour. I observed the art club. Okay, very, very direct to the point. It looked like an art club from everything I saw. Nothing looked out of the ordinary, so I guess. Yeah. Very efficient fact-finding. Well, I saw no reason not to join, so let's look to join the art club. Hearing that Fuuka's a member as well is good bonus information. I haven't had a lot of a chance to get to know her outside of Tartarus yet, so if we can share an interest that way, that seems like it would only be more beneficial for team building. And having somebody I know in their club already is kind of an added bonus.
Huh?
That's one way to say hello. But I kind of get that. When you've got your own space and somebody from a different aspect of your life appears in it, it's like, you're not part of the art club. I don't see you here. Why are you here? Not in a bad way, just in a surprised kind of way.
You're not a member of this club, are you?
That's a fair assessment. That is true. Maybe I shouldn't have come in. I thought they were looking for members.
Do you know him, Yamidishi-san?
Oh, yes. He's the one I was just telling you about.
That would also make me wonder. I'm being talked about? I hope for all good things.
Ah, so he's the one, huh?
Sounds like it then. He didn't point to the door and tell me to get out or anything.
I've heard a lot about you from Yamagishi-san.
We're looking for new members to join our club, so I mentioned you.
I see, very cool.
I'm really happy you decided to stop by on your own.
They did sound interesting. And knowing you're a member is an added bonus.
And, I'm Keisuke Hiraga. Pleased to meet you.
Keisuke Hiraga. That would probably be the Hiraga people spent some time with today, then. I'm quite the detective, aren't I?
He should be the one introducing himself to you, Keisuke-senpai.
A fair point.
You're the club leader, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Still the same as ever.
Yamagishi-san is back, and now we're getting a new member. Maybe I should be a little more active here.
Wait, aren't you a third year, Hiraga-senpai? Don't you have entrance exams coming up?
The busy time of a third year.
No, don't worry about that. Hey, do you have an eye for art?
I'm not sure how to really answer that. I think to some extent everybody does, but it's not really well trained or skilled in any way. I'm good at having opinions, but nothing that's based on proper understanding of art, I suppose. And it's probably better to be more honest and say, I don't really. I mean, I would like to. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm here, but kind of sounds potentially pretentious to say, yeah, kinda, like I'm just trying to show off and fit in. And if they followed up with that, it's like, oh, what kind of art do you like? I'd be like, nice pictures, landscapes. So I'm going to be honest here and say, no, not really.
Not to worry. You don't have to be a professional artist to join this club.
All right. And I like how he was able to see that and just turn it right back. It's like, oh, okay, that's kind of fine. That's what we expected. Rather than like, oh, we don't need people like you here then.
I mean, I'm just a beginner, and I'm the club leader.
All right.
Meeting you like this can't be just a coincidence. It must be fate.
A potentially dramatic way to look at it, but I kind of like that idea.
Let's get you signed up, shall we?
Let's. Hiraga gave me a warm welcome. I joined the art club and made friends with the members.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast established a new bond. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou choosest to create a persona of the Fortune Arcana.
It's good every time. I love the way they've set these up. They're so motivating and dramatic. This is a brand new social link with the Fortune Arcana. So we are rank 1 with the art club. And the president, Keisuke Hiraga. Get a nice good look at the up-close look at the Fortune Arcana tarot card there. Nice to make another new connection as well. It adds one more thing to our already busy life, but that's a lot of the fun of it all too, and trying to balance it all out and spend time with everybody and see where all the different stories go.
Just so you know, only club members are allowed to enter this room.
I'm glad I'm a member now then.
So don't forget to turn in your registration form.
Another good realistic side of things too. It's not just like somehow we're magically a member. There is still the real world side of that. It's like you've got to turn that paperwork in. I'll probably take it over to the faculty office and submit it properly so that I can be added to whatever register is covered there.
The art club meets on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
But we don't meet on the days leading up to exams. We should be studying then anyway.
Fair point. And kind of like talking yesterday about learning the rules and expectations around the dorm along with the amenities. It's kind of nice to get that welcome to the club. We had something similar with the track team. It's like, here's the days we meet. Here are the special circumstances where we don't, where the school academic side of things take priority. Okay, that just makes it feel like more of a real experience.
You don't have to come every day, so just try to show up every now and then.
That sounds fun.
Who would have thought we'd end up in the same club?
True.
Okay, I'll get this all processed. Looking forward to painting with you.
Likewise. Well, that was fun. It was a very welcoming group. I'm glad I was able to not try to show off and pretend I know more about art than I really do, and that they didn't mind that I didn't know anything about art. It's a lot more accommodating than coming in and seeing everybody that's really well skilled and knows they're skilled. I mean, even the president there said that he's still a beginner, so yeah, it's really just an inviting, welcoming place. After joining the club, I decided to go back to the dorm.
I see you're back.
Oh, you're back. Should we head to Tartarus later? We have some time before the next full moon, but the enemies are growing stronger too. So I'd like to train with Polydeuces even more. How about it? We could. As I always like to do, I'm going to head up to the room first. Take advantage of that fun little detail of taking our bag off here and getting up to the room and just putting it away for the time. It's probably in the closet or wherever it is now, so we don't have to carry that around all evening. We can check our messages while we're here. Always seems like it's the social side of things during the day and then the ads in the evening. Another limited menu today at Hagakure. Today is our special menu day. We only have limited quantities, so get yours before they run out. First come, first serve. Our tender pork is a friend of beautiful skin. Make yourself shine by eating at Hagakure. Games Parade. Come play our popular crane game and try to win a prize. Then stick around and hop into one of our many immersive video games. There's great fun to be had, whether you're alone or with friends. We can't wait to see you. And it is Wednesday, so it's another one of those Chagall Cafe part-time position days. We hope everyone is having a great day. Chagall is looking for someone to work the cafe today. Students may apply, no experience required. This is a paid position, and perks include free pheromone coffee. We look forward to meeting you. We worked a few nights there over the weeks. That's been... I'm not sure how fun it necessarily was because it was busy work, but it was rewarding work. We gained some charm, some courage, learned how to work with customers, earned an actual paycheck for that, so we were able to contribute to the team that way. Some people went to Tartarus tonight. A lot of people did daily activities. I see Cooked with Sonata on the list. That's a new one. Ooh, the kitchen. That's something I talked about after the stream yesterday. I have that lukewarm taiyaki I bought a while ago that I've been carrying around. Can't be good anymore, but video game logic will take over there. But I had forgotten to get that in the refrigerator yesterday. That was one of the big things I've been trying to do since I bought it. And yesterday the refrigerator was cleared out, so hopefully there's still some space today that I can sneak it in. Spent yesterday reading with Junpei up here. That was fun. Nice little out-of-the-way place to focus on our reading. Yeah, we're going to start off in the kitchen here. The fridge is stuffed full of food and ingredients. Oh no, the lukewarm taiyaki won't fit. Okay, I've really got to try to remember on 6:30 if we might have space. Again, I don't know what I'm going to need that for, or at least our character doesn't know what we're going to need that for, so it's not a hugely critical thing, but it's something I do want to do sooner than later. Junpei's got another good dinner, it looks like. Hey, do you think apathy syndrome can be cured? I do. I mean, it had to have started from something. We've seen every time we've beaten some of the big shadows, the symptoms in people seem to abate, so if there wasn't a cure, people wouldn't be getting better from it, I think. So there's got to be some way to halt its progress. So yeah, I'm going to keep that optimism going.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, maybe if we would defeat a shadow, the spirits it ate will return to their owners. But then again, they might just get digested. I guess that's a fair assessment as well. There are a lot of unknowns that we just have to figure out as we go. Totally a side tangent as well. We've talked about the little things I like about the dorm setup here, and chords being one of those specific standouts to me, but looking at the back of the DVD player here, they've done just that. We've got the power chord on the one side, and the various component chords off to the other. Again, the sort of thing that the game doesn't need to depict. It doesn't really do anything to have them shown there, but because we're able to see it, it just looks that much more real, so I don't even need to consciously think about it. The brain is just like, yeah, that DVD player's plugged in properly. I like little things like that, and they never fail to disappoint me in this game. Let's see what's on TV. Come to Polonia Mall to see us. We won't be there, though. Phoenix Ranger Featherman R. Every Sunday. Don't miss it. On to today's news. Oh, and the news is on right now. Okay. Fuuka, how are you doing? Let's talk.
By the way,
Junpei-kun said you're playing an online game. Is that true, Shima-kun? It is. I'm playing Innocent Sin Online. Yes, it is.
ooh,
Oh, so you can play with people from all over the world, right? It's great that the internet is able to connect all kinds of people. Maybe I should give it a try. And what is everyone's status tonight while we're here? Okay, so everyone could go to Tartarus, so that is something to keep in mind. Mitsuru, how you doing?
by the way,
It seems certain clubs have begun actively recruiting new members. Oh, but you're already in a club, aren't you?
yes.
I'm in a lot of clubs. Clubs and teams and organizations. Well, there's no rule against joining multiple clubs. Feel free to join any that pique your interest. Juggling studies, club activities, and shadows won't be easy, but it'll surely build character. Well, the thought of cooking with Akihiko doesn't sound bad. Going to Tartarus doesn't sound bad. Let's get cleaned up while we're here and think a bit more about that. I might head out into the evening and just see again what sort of sites are out there. Good healthy tomatoes that can be harvested on the 26th. Yeah, say a few people went to Tartarus. Average level is 25 and floors explored is 62. We ended up at floor 60 the other night. We're hovering right around level 23 for the party, I think. As I kind of said, I don't want to let it go too long like last month. I didn't end up behind really, but it kind of felt like it was all month as I was seeing everybody's average levels climb further and further away from my own. It worked out in the end, so I don't have any complaints, but kind of nice to be able to stay ahead of that curve a little bit and just get to that point where it's like, okay, things are good, and now we can focus on other things. I figured it would probably still be Ganesha Bank, but I might as well check. Not a very busy place tonight. We'll stop in a Club Escapade, though, as we like to do. Enjoy the beat, enjoy the atmosphere. Actually, there's a few people with new things to say as well, so I'm glad we came by. Man who can't get groovy. Hey, how's it going? Groovy. Yeah, you've got to be groovy to come to a place like this, huh? Yeah, and then you're here too, so I'm sure the groove is finding you. Upbeat woman. I'm a Gakukan student, and remember those rumors that were going around the other day? I hate hearing rumors like that. How about you? Well, I mean, if she's talking about like the ghost story idea, they're not anything I actively seek out. Rumors in general are kind of dubious to try to fall for, but they're at the same time the kind of thing you hear and you still keep thinking about whether or not there's anything to them or not. They don't bother me per se, though. I mean, I hate rumors more for the rumor's sake than the fact that I'm hearing them, but they don't really bother me. Oh, really? I'm jealous. Nothing to see up here, just couples that I'd be bothering if I were to hang around too much. Oh, nice visit to the club. Kind of par for the course, not a lot for us to see here, but still fun to be here. Let's carry on then. Looks like nobody to talk to over here. Last I checked, we'd already purchased all the software at the Net Cafe. I don't imagine that's probably any different today, but it's another place to stop and visit for our evening, so I'm going to take a look while we're out.
Come on in.
Welcome, take your time. Yep, still all sold out.
Come again.
It was kind of nice to get caught up on all that too. It's just one less thing to constantly be thinking about. I should do this. So it looks like for my evening, I'm kind of torn between doing some cooking with Akihiko and taking the team back to Tartarus. At this point, since there's nothing else critical going on in the evening, it feels like probably a better time to think about Tartarus. Nothing against Akihiko and cooking with him, but if we can make some good progress now, maybe we can understand the shadows a bit more. Again, I haven't saved it in a while, so let's get that caught up. Oh yeah, let's take the team to Tartarus.
Yes.
All right then, let's meet in the usual place. I'll let the others know. See you there. Kind of nice to do this now rather than watching the deadline get closer to the full moon and realize, oh man, I've got to get to Tartarus. Instead of choosing to go, then I kind of have to go. So it's nice to have this be our choice. And so I wasn't sure we were going to get to see any more of Igor and Elizabeth, but we will now. And I know I just saved it, but we're going to save it again because now I'm committed to being here. And one thing I didn't do last time we started our climb up the tower was stop by the Velvet Room and view some new persona. I kind of think the way we left things last time, there weren't a lot I even could make at my current level with what I have on hand, but I'd rather make some space now for whatever I find along the way. I don't need to necessarily think about holding on to any right now for social links, because after this hour, maybe we'll have found some new ones along the way.
Marvelous.
I can sense the power growing within you stems from the bonds you have forged and nurtured since. Here, it may not be much, but this is my gift to you. Please accept it. I think that's from forming that new social link today.
I'm looking forward to it.
I still cannot foresee the limits of your potential. I look forward to witnessing you grow even further.
How may I assist you?
I'm actually here to fuse personas today. We already registered everything last time, so
Registering, I see.
if the only ones we have here are ones we found that we already have better copies registered.
Now then, let's begin.
Actually,
Have you all the elements you need?
apparently they're ooh. Actually, I could make Pale Rider with 2 persona I already have on hand, plus Bareth. And I could also make Fortuna by purchasing Angel, Silky, and Unicorn.
Accept yourself. Accept your abilities.
I am level 23.
This would be a wise choice.
It looks like a very capable persona. We made friends with a mysterious boy. We know him as Pharos now. So we're going to get a little bit of experience. Yeah, Pale Rider's not quite as fast as Matador was. But it's a good balanced persona. Yep, I can make it. I only need to buy 1 persona to make this. 4,000 yen, I can afford that. So yeah, why not?
What do you wish to inherit?
We've got a lot of different things I could inherit. I guess when you've got multiple persona as the ingredients, that's going to happen. I like having growth 1. The more growth we can have, it's just free experience. We've got a better version of Eha, so we don't need that, but having a lot of different elemental coverages to pick from aren't bad things. Auto Rakukaja and Auto Tsukukaja, those wouldn't be bad either. I mean, those are kind of free buffs at the start of fights. Zionga, it's a better version of electric attacks. And it's like, I've got party coverage on fire, ice, well, on all these really, so technically party composition-wise, I can make up for whatever I don't take. But if I were to, temporarily start every battle with, increased defense and accuracy and evasion, that sounds like kind of a free bonus. Why not?
It seems you have been blessed with some power.
A new power emerges.
I don't think we've used anything with 3 persona before. Very cool to see. I am Pale Rider. Should your soul beckon, I shall rise from Hades to answer the call. I just realized I forgot to check the background for Pale Rider, so I'll have to do that before we climb into the tower. Alright. Ah, that's the Fusion Artisan achievement for performing a fusion with 3 or more persona. I wonder what it would cost to make Fortuna here.
Is this acceptable?
Okay, 8,000, no, 9,000 yen. I'm going to want to make it eventually. Let's remember to check the background for Fortuna before I fuse it this time, though. The Roman goddess of luck. She spins the wheel of fortune. She is believed to have originally been a fertility goddess. Her Greek counterpart is Taichi. Yeah, I can afford that.
Please choose what skills to inherit.
Well, not as many here. I like having light coverage since nobody else on the team can do that. And you can't really go wrong having healing.
It seems you have been blessed with some power.
This is that the Fortune Arcana, the new one we unlocked a social link with. So if I don't end up using Fortuna here as an ingredient, I've already got coverage for our next social link activity.
Well then, shall we begin?
2 fusions of a group of 3 back to back here. Not exactly what I planned to do when I came here to thin out the persona to acquire more, but good things to do. Improve that compendium just that little bit more. More options. I'm Fortuna. Luck is sure to come spinning your way. You've got me after all. Magaru, nice. It's also holding something. A soul seed riblet, so if it levels up enough, we might be able to get that. Ah, Bufu wants to change. A skill seems to be on the verge of changing. Yeah, why not? It's always kind of hard for me to decide, do I want to or not, but at this point in the game, it could turn into something more interesting than Bufu, so I'll accept that. Agi, okay. Changed out ice for fire.
Which will you choose?
Let's see, I can look at the information for Pale Rider here for our background. One of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. He rides a pale horse and represents death. He has the power to destroy life. But what can I make?
What kind of persona do you desire?
I can make the priestess High Pixie, the lover's Narcissus, and that would be it.
Seeing what personas come to be.
Say, I just made
is a great
Fortuna,
joy.
but I do have Sandman for the fortune as well, so making Narcissus here sounds fine. I think I've also got yeah, I've got Wapo the Magician as well, so yeah, this is a really good one for what I've
This would
got.
be a wise choice.
It's weak to slashing attacks, but resistant to ice, lightning, and wind. It's the Lover's Arcana, so it's not a social link I've established
Do you
yet.
wish to inherit?
I can pick 3 of these 4. I'm always a little hesitant for rage in these games because if it's an enemy that's not very strong, it's kind of nice to make them more inclined to take physical attacks, but they seem more prone to critical hits and they do more damage when they're affected by rage. And if you use that on the wrong enemy, a strong enemy becomes an insanely strong enemy. But Garu's nice, and we've already got Magaru. So I guess, as much as I've downplayed Provoke, and I've got 3 to pick from, let's just take them all.
It seems no new powers have been bestowed.
I will
So
take
it
that, though.
begins.
Fortuna, you weren't with us long, but I'm glad to have you in the compendium now. I'm Narcissus. Now tell me, what is it like to gaze upon beauty and perfection? Yeah, I've not been very good today about remembering to check backgrounds, have I? That's another one I haven't read for all of us. But now I can make Mitra. And that's the only one at this level I can make. I mean, I don't really need to keep Narcissus on hand for anything because that's not anything for the Lover's Arcana. I mean, it is for the Lover's Arcana, but I don't have a Lover's Arcana.
This
Social
persona
link.
is powerful.
But the background for Narcissus. A young man of Greek myth. He rejected the nymph Echo, who faded into a whisper out of despair. Cursed by Nemesis, he fell in love with his own reflection and wasted away. But if I were to make Mitra, this is a social link we've established rank 3 with. An ancient Persian god of contracts, who was also revealed as a sun god who brought harvests when he was introduced to Zoroastrian religion. I took Narcissus and Sandman. That would be my only other fortune, but I could summon either of them back. Temperance would work with Bebe.
Please choose what skills to.
And again, this is at the start of Tartarus, not the end, so we still have time throughout the day here. I can pick 3 different things here. We'll take Maragi, Magaru, and I guess between these, I don't really have a way to charm the enemy, so we'll take a better version of Garu in Garula.
It appears it will receive a fair amount of extra power.
And it is totally resistant to ice and light, and weak to electricity.
Why, this is exciting, isn't it?
It is always kind of exciting to go through and fuse these new personas and just see the progress in a more tangible form like this. As my level goes up, I can fuse new things, which in turn opens up new fusion opportunities. Yeah. I am Mitra. I shall journey alongside you and correct all that disturb harmony. Very nice. So yeah, I've got good elemental coverage, a healing ability, and the counter skill now. So a lot of good utility out of this persona. And that's all I can make at my level that I don't already have. So, let's go.
Very well. We look forward to your next visit.
If I remember right, everybody's average level was around 62, so if I can move beyond that, I would actually be ahead of pace, which I can't say I've been in months probably, since we were in the first block of Tartarus. Yeah, last we left off, we were on floor 60 and we defeated the Guardian there, so we should be able to start off just keep climbing. Last time I had gone at a lower level just to kind of fill everybody's theurgy gauges. But ideally we can do that along the way for whatever next Guardian we reach. The game is saved again. What persona should I have equipped? I'd like to start with whatever is the fastest, just so that I can ideally get my turn in sooner than later and kind of take charge of the strategic flow of battle. It looks like Wapo is still the fastest, so we'll stick with her there. And let's go. I tried to limit the dark hour to 1 hour. I'm going to try that again today. Give or take. I mean, it's not a hard hour, but within reason. I don't want to spend, 3.5, 4 hours here. It wouldn't be hard sometimes, but keeps us coming back for more. And I've got the entire party set on free will.
Is my ass showing? Could someone take a look, please?
Who'd want to see that?
What an odd way to start the climb. Thank you for that, Junpei, but anyway, I leave everybody on free will because I like them to be individual characters. I will step in if need be, but in combat they get to make their own choices, and good or bad, we all get
There's
to
a treasure chest.
live with those. Almost walk right into his shadow. It's a good start to things.
Excellent. We have the advantage.
Phantom Master.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
I'm going to take that gamble from the other day and see that it knows dark attacks, so I will assume that perhaps light is what it's weak to. And it's got Mudo. Mudo being a potentially instant knockout attack. not anything I want to encounter. So if I can find somebody that's got a light attack and resistance to dark, that would be the... I've got that already. I've got Huapo. I don't know for sure if light's going to be the way to go, but it seems like the hallmarks are there suggesting it. There we go. I didn't even think to change my party as I was downstairs either. I just realized, I don't dislike the party I've got with me, but probably would have been better to have Akihiko in the mix, since he and Mitsuru are the two lowest levels of the group.
No shadows detected.
But perhaps if we can gain some levels here, then we can swap Mitsuru and Akihiko out.
Okay.
Still kind of keep
let's
pace.
keep on exploring. Whew. Should we head back or press on a little more? As leader, the decision is yours.
Well, since we've fought one shadow, I think we can keep going a little bit more.
Dude, ain't that a rare chest?
It is. It's going to take a Twilight Fragment. We're down to 16, so we're getting a little lower. But we got that free one today, so I will see what we get. A Mage's Mark. Have to see what that's all about. Invigorate 1. Ooh, that's free SP restoration every turn. I'm always talking about SP as one of the hardest resources for me to manage in here, so I think I am going to take that. If we can end a fight before it gets too deep in, then I might be able to get some SP restoration and not need to worry about that bit of endurance. Okay, well, I'm happy I opened that chest.
Oop, I spy some treasure.
All right, we have the advantage.
Free SP for free, I will take that. Okay, yeah, there were no weaknesses for the Adamant Beetle, just resistances. I guess there's...
I'm still setting up.
I'd like to think Junpei might step into the fire side of things, so I'm just going to conserve my own SP and just use a physical attack here. Okay, and I get her going for the fact-finding side of it. Yukari going for status effects. That's fine. Probably wouldn't have been my choice, but... seems like it's going to be the easiest one to take down. I do love Junpei's course of action here, though. He has a lot of SP, but doesn't always use it, so... Ow. Wonderful counter there, Junpei. Okay, so that hit pretty hard.
What's I'll go with?
Let's look for something that might have some resistance to those striking attacks, like Shisa here. Anything better? Nope. But that will work. I will definitely take resistance over getting clobbered like that again. I'd like to think Yukari would probably heal me at this point, but I'll step up and do that myself for the whole party here, and just in case. He's gonna be a tough enemy if they get too many buffs stacked on him. One to go.
Fewer enemy.
It is the one with the increased attack.
Never mind.
It's like I want to keep this persona equipped for the resistance it gives me.
What to do?
All I could really do though is Assault Drive, which would cost me a HP, or Mabufu, which would have been a party-wide attack. So 10 SP for middling damage. Is it resistance to... It's not.
I'll go with.
Maybe I'll go with Assault Drive here then. A critical hit. Okay, perfect. That gets us that free all-out attack. That's a good use of that little bit of HP. Right off the bat, though, fights are getting a little more strategic. Mudo. 2,300 yen. I did spend some even before we got up the climb today to buy some Persona for those fusions, so it will be nice to try to recoup some of that.
Doing pretty well.
Keep that fast persona equipped. Well, I don't have to. I mean, the party's good at, covering all of us. It's not like I have to go first, but it just feels like strategically viable to try to go for that.
This is our chance to attack first.
And we got weak to light, weak to fire and ice. I could potentially do the whole thing here. Or I could shift off to Junpei and see if maybe he would want to use Maragi on the entire enemy party. That would knock down the other two and give us that all-out attack. Sometimes, though, he goes like assault drive and tries to get slashing information out of the enemy. For 8. I guess the only thing I need to fear is that the other two will like reflect the damage back at me. He did not, though. So let's get that all-out attack. Got them all. I will take another persona here. That's why we made the space.
Let's do the same thing for our next fight.
Kind of feels like the floors are getting bigger as we're getting higher up here too. Maybe that's why the average floor progress seems like it's slowing down for some people. But that is the entirety of this floor. That's 61. I think 62 was everybody's average level, or average floors. I just talked about floors getting big. My goodness, this floor is huge, isn't it? I imagine mapping it entirely would be a lot of work. Oh, I should tell you something Kirijo-senpai told me. She said there's a Reaper that appears in Tartarus. A Reaper? Apparently it will appear out of nowhere and chase you endlessly. And if you get caught, I think you know what's supposed to happen if a Reaper catches you. Maybe it's trying to get rid of us since we're outsiders in Tartarus. Yes. This is an interesting introduction that will will perpetually plague my thoughts as we go forward from now on. While inside Tartarus, the Reaper may appear if you stay on the same floor too long. The Reaper is a terrifying foe. You want to avoid combat and hurry to the next floor as quickly as possible. She wasn't too sure on the details, but I guess it appears when you stay on one floor for too long. Jamming may not work on it, so please evacuate to another floor if you encounter it. Alright. Think good thoughts, everybody. I'm definitely not ready to face the Reaper yet. And this might be one of those times where I don't try to look through every nook and cranny of the floor. Although this is going to be a perpetual thing. This isn't going to be unique to this floor.
Dude, ain't that a rare test?
So it's just always something to be aware of. And it's not like it's a tremendously short time frame typically, but once you get the warning, it becomes a lot more critical. And you do get some heads up. It's not just like, bam, there's the Reaper. But one nice thing is, knock on wood, I haven't seen that many shadows in our path yet.
Is that treasure?
Yeah.
Next time, we have the chance to hit first.
If I remember, the dice was weak to electric attacks, which is only me right now. It could be weak to dark light, striking or piercing, but I don't have any of those abilities, so here's what now. There we go. There we go.
The enemy looks on a roll.
I always kind of wondered with the Reaper's timing, too, if it considers the time I spend in battle or just the time I spend exploring. I'll take another persona here. I do also want to try to keep track of how many persona I have. I can pick up 2 more before I'm full. Here are the stairs. This is a big floor. While we are here, I mean, you know, all this doom and gloom talk about the Reaper, I know where the stairs are now, so I can poke around a little bit further.
We got ourselves a shadow.
Try to take advantage of the experience.
Let's start preparing.
We're going to be counting on the party here for... Oh, well done.
Yes, only 2 left. Defeated 2 enemies. You're finished.
That one's frozen, so that's a guaranteed critical hit.
Yukari, I'm not going down. Last one.
And an all-out attack to cap it off. What a fight. Maybe I need to count on the team a little bit more than I have been. I guess it's not just me out there. I do have to know that. They did fantastically. That's 1 more persona slot.
Perfect. Just what we hoped for.
Yeah, there's that part of me that thinks maybe I have overstayed my welcome on this floor, though, so rather than press my luck too far, I will take the stairs and the hint that
All right.
there's the Reapers out
Let's
there.
continue exploring.
And again, I don't want to make it sound like it's too tremendously dangerous. I mean, it is dangerous if it gets me, but
According to some mythologies, once you enter Tartarus, you'll never be able to escape.
That won't happen to us. I'm certain we're fully capable of solving this mystery.
Yo, there's a shadow.
new enemy. Once again, I'm still using a slower persona. Ooh, total ice resistance. Not wind resistance. Junpei and I are just kind of along for the ride at this point. Ooh, a major arcana. Not exactly... not a bad one. I mean, there aren't really any bad major arcana, but... you know, strength and magic for every persona I have. I'm not going to pass up a major arcana at this point. I'd like to get enough to have an arcana burst before the hour is up, but we'll see how that goes.
That was excellent leadership.
A life
Keep up
stone.
the good work.
Go back to Wapo here. Ooh, a strong enemy shadow.
Powerful enemy ahead. Think twice before engaging.
I will just take those couple of seconds to make sure I try to get that sneak attack on it. I've learned my lesson multiple times on not of not underestimating these enemies.
Let's see.
The enemy's weak to ice. The freeze is solid.
I'll go with.
Mitra's got Bufu. Yeah, you won't hit them all. Just kind of hoping to get that attack, but if Mitsuru can change it here, it's going to take a while on this one. These have a lot of HP. I think they also like to lean into status ailments, which can be a problem at times. A good hit. They all missed. That's good.
I'll show no mercy. The enemy's down. I'll slice you to pieces. There's no escape.
Alright. So it's dizzy, so I can't down it again and get another all-out attack. I must have a very slow persona equipped. Alright.
Should I stand on this enemy?
I'm just going to use a regular attack here. It's pretty close. What a well-timed critical. If that wasn't a critical, it probably would have gotten back up. Oh, black quartz.
Yeah! Who's up next?
Looks like a slightly rarer chest. 3 malachites. The stairs are already ahead of me. Oop. Yeah, this is a very direct floor, coming off of the big one last floor.
Found the stairs. Wanna head up?
Oh, there's a treasure chest.
Kind of wild to think we're on floor 64 already. Ooh, this is a bigger floor again.
Everyone's saying that it'd be heaven on earth to live with Yucatan and Kirijo-senpai. I have no idea what it's really like.
Hey, what are you trying to say here? What's it really like, huh?
Yeah, what a dubious thing to say in their company.
Is that...
Yes, we have the advantage.
Go for an electric shock.
Electric and wind.
What to do?
Do both here.
Lean on.
There's an enemy down.
I guess there's no sense for me not to be the one to do a couple wind attacks. I was thinking about passing my turn off to Yukari, but I'm the one that has the ability to restore SP, so I'm probably one of the better ones to spend mine because I have a free way to get it back. Also, when it comes back to her turn, if they haven't been taken down by this all-out attack, she should be able to down them again more easily with Magaru. Or it'll just end here. That's even better. Experience or Patra? Experience. Another level. Like to see it. Can potentially fuse some new persona.
Leadership. Keep up.
And a lot of Dysphere. It's kind of interesting. We're getting a lot of these status recovery items, which, from a metagaming standpoint, kind of feels like it's trying to say, you know, you're going to have a lot of these, you're going to need a lot of these. Again, I don't want to read too far into things. A lot of forks in the road here, too. There's that rare treasure chest. I feel like we kind of had a space like this the other day where I ended up letting my guard down and letting a shadow get a sneak attack on me. Hopefully I've learned from that and it doesn't happen again.
Yes, we have the advantage.
Looks like the enemy's weak to light.
Light, wind, and fire.
There's an enemy down.
I'm so glad Fuuka is here to be able to, keep me updated on these weaknesses. I can use a fire attack and it won't have any negative effect by using it on the Dark Eagles. I could try Junpei for that, but I can justify spending it myself. I'd like to think we can take them all out here. There we go. Stagnant air. There's some free healing. I'm going to take the healing. I don't quite remember. I know I was not topped off, so that has more current utility than a skill card.
Let's do the same thing for our next fight.
I probably could have rushed over there and attacked it, but I didn't.
There's a treasure chest. What should we do?
I always like that line. It's like, unless we think there's a reason not to open it, is there a reason not to open it?
I'll go with.
I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, say ideally knock this one down, but then I'm going to go off to Junpei. He's got a good physical attack that should be able to do some damage to that beetle. He and I seem to kind of be at odds strategically sometimes. Most of the time when I think he's going to use a physical attack, he'll go magic, or vice versa. He likes to keep me guessing. But we do have that information, elementally strategically. And he did still use his physical attack there. That wasn't what I wanted to see. Let's again go back to that resistance. And why not? Let's heal the party. I need it. I've said before, if I go down, unfortunately combat ends. And not in my favor, obviously.
You're hurt. Are you having much obliged.
Well, this has been quite a fight.
I'll go with.
Assault drive worked last time. Okay. Assault drive is a good one. Man. It just, again, shows how quickly things can turn around, though. Thankfully, it turned in our favor this time around. Oh, this is just my HP. Experience, money, or jack-o'-lantern. I will take Persona, and we are full on Persona now.
Perfect.
I don't know if I'd go with perfect, but a good outcome is a good outcome. Now we're looking better. A revival bead. How far is it going to chase me here? Alright, fine. I'll go around the... then it turns around.
Excellent. We have the advantage.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
There you are.
Never mind.
Let's say one of these is weak to win. Okay,
Take a
it's
little more time.
so if I can knock down the Phantom Masters, maybe Yukari can take out the others.
There's an enemy down.
We're still looking good with our current SP, and the Dark Hour is moving along quite efficiently. But I still want to, try to be as efficient as possible with what SP I have left. That was just what I wanted to see. All out attack. Even better if we can knock them all down here. And, take out the party. There we go. Ooh. Gotta love seeing the Fool. Bonus experience for the rest of Tartarus. Always better sooner than later. And there's Junpei's level 24.
Nailed it! Nice going, Junpei.
A Patra gem is what I fought so valiantly for. Alright. Well, this floor has taken some time. I'm not going to keep poking into corners. We're going to make a more direct route. I can see the stairs over there. No treasure.
Found the stairs. Want to head up?
I do. I think it's incredible how you're able to juggle so many different personas. You can practically guarantee favorable matchups by swapping them out to correlate with enemy weaknesses. Oh, sorry. I was thinking out loud.
Oh, there's a treasure chest.
Oh, good that she sees my abilities as useful. I'm glad I've got a mini-map there, too, because I was going to run right into that shadow. I've said before, too, I kind of wonder if the mini-map idea in-game might be a byproduct of my own abilities. We know that Mitsuru is able to do scouting, but combat is her main focus. So maybe that's kind of an aspect of my own as well. I can see that mini-map because that's something I'm able to do, but not quite on the same level that Mitsuru or Fuuka are able to do.
It's a strong one. Be on your guard.
We don't know what it's weak to. We know it uses electric attacks and striking attacks, though. So if I can take some coverage from that, maybe I'll do the ice attack here. Oh, we froze it. Well, that's good. A free critical hit for Mitsuru here. Wouldn't be bad to hit a Guardian floor soon. We've got our Theurgy gauges are all looking pretty close to full or already full. There, fire, wonderful. Haven't had Junpei lead an all-out attack in a while either. It's nice to see him take the spot here. Alright, I will take the money here. That's the game.
Let's do the same thing for our next fight.
Well, it's going to take 2 Twilight Fragments here. I'm going to use them because I've got them. Elect Boost. Oh, okay. Skill cards are something I probably do need to get a little better at looking at. Okay. That little bit of panic there. I believe that means the Reaper is approaching. And, of course, that... it shouldn't scare me, but it does. But there is that tough strategic decision now of, do I take the teleporter that's right in front of me, or do I try to run for the stairs? I don't know where the stairs are. If the Reaper catches me, I don't think there's anything I can do. We know jamming doesn't work. As I hit like every button on the controller here. Yeah. Okay, I'm taking the teleporter. Wow. I did not expect that. It didn't feel like I was on that floor very long. Again, it's just a video game, so I shouldn't really be that like, wow, that was scary, but that got me. Thankfully, it didn't actually get me, and I'm able to get down here and save it, so now if I go back and something does happen... That wasn't a two-way teleporter, though, so we might actually be going back where we were. Well, while we're here, let's stop in the Velvet Room. Not a tremendous amount of time left in the dark hour.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
We can register what we have, see what we can fuse.
Registering, I see. Will you register it? All registered. Is overwriting. I've completed registration.
Try to do this quickly, but make sure I don't overwrite the wrong persona.
Register it? I've completed registration. Will you register it? All registered.
I know Inugami's not.
Is overwriting. All registered.
They all gained a couple points of strength and magic, so that's why they're all on the list here. Yeah, none of these should be. Yeah, alright.
Are you in search of new...
What kind of persona do you desire?
Alright, so I can make up to Mithras here.
Seeing what personas come to be is a great joy of mine.
Of what I can make, Mithras for the Chariot is the only arcana that corresponds to a social link I have. That would either lose me Shisa or Pale Rider. Probably going to go with Pale Rider in this instance because Shisa is the Hierophant and that is the elderly couple and I wanted to spend time with them. So if I don't have to resummon that arcana, that would be financially viable.
This would be a wise choice.
And what can it tell me about Mithras? A sun deity who was worshipped in the Roman Empire from the 1st to 4th century AD. He was said to be reborn after death, and a festival was held on the winter solstice for him. Resistant to slashing, absorbs fire, and is weak to lightning.
What do you wish to inherit?
We will again take growth. A dark attack is nice to have. And I'll take increased
It
defense.
appears it will receive a fair amount of...
A new power emerges.
So Pale Rider wasn't with us for long, but it will be remembered in a new form here. And Naga we found along the way, so thank you for your contribution, Naga. I am Mithras. The sun known as hope shall shine upon you, and your heart that challenges all adversities. A couple skills already there, very cool. Makoha and Zane are trying to change. Now, like I said before, let's let them see what happens. Koga and Spirit Drain. Spirit Drain's not bad. A good way to recover SP in the middle of a busier time. I could make an Emperor. Yeah, that actually doesn't look too bad. I don't have the Emperor's Social Link, and that was a low-level Justice, so I could always resummon that one easier than I could.
This persona is powerful.
The Japanese god of thunder. He carries the divine sword Totsuka no Tsurugi, and is said to be the founder of ancient sumo wrestling. It's going to get a lot of experience.
Choose what skills to inherit.
I can only pick 3, so we're going to take growth. It already knows a better electric attack, so... I've got another persona that already has party-wide healing, don't I? Yeah, I was just thinking, having Patra for all these status effects that it seems to be implying we might be facing is going to be good, so... Yeah, let's take the party-wide.
It will receive a good amount...
It's finally time.
SP costs are comparable. And while the healing isn't as good, I think there are more times where I'm going to need to heal multiple people than I'm going to need to focus on one. I do also typically have Yukari with me, so... I am Take Mikazuchi. My thunder that rumbles the skies. I shall will its full power in your presence. Nice balance of skills. Or some stats and skills, really. I'll think about Yamato no Orochi in the future, but probably not right now. Well, it would have to be the future, because I'm level 24, not 25. I guess I could make Priestess while I'm here, sure.
This persona, yes?
Or, High Pixie, the leader of a swarm of pixies. Any pixie in leadership role or with remarkable power is called by this name. Both of these persona I found,
What
so...
do you wish to inherit?
I don't use status attacks all that often, so... I don't know. How about Sonic?
It seems no new powers have been bestowed upon...
Yeah, that's fine.
Why, this is exciting, isn't it?
Been a while since I've taken a one-way teleporter and thought about going back into the tower, so I don't really remember. I mean, I would think based on calling it a one-way teleporter, it's not going to take me back to that floor, but there's a part of me that also kind of wonders. But I'm High Pixie. I'm not just another regular old pixie. I'll show you I can live up to my name. I'm wondering just to kind of see if I can make it back to that floor, and if it is one where it's going to kind of make me navigate a greater danger.
Are you finished?
I am.
We look forward.
Again, nice to be making the progress with the different personas here and seeing that growth.
Good day. Here are my requests.
I completed a couple requests, actually. Fuse 35 persona.
Let's hear the results.
Thank you for your assistance. Please take these as your reward. 5 more Twilight Fragments. Those will come in handy. And Fusion Series Chariot, Mithras.
Wonderful.
It seems you've completed the quest. One moment, please, while I check. I see that you've raised Mithras to the required level. That completes this request. I believe this Mithras has even greater potential. If you come across another entity that can stand by its side, you may stand to gain even more power.
Of course.
I hope you keep that at the back of your mind. Please take this as your reward. Male winter garb. Alrighty. And so a new challenge here to fuse 50 persona. And look, we're narrowing the list down.
Very well then.
So yeah, that would be just an outfit that would change how I look as we're going around. I like the look I've got, so... Same with Akihiko, we found a winter garb, yep. Kind of figured as much. Just so that's not an exclamation mark for us anymore. I like the new gear the chairman gave us, so I'm going to keep wearing that. We don't have a lot of time left in our dark hour, but can I resume from where we were? I actually could. I did just save it, so in the event that the Reaper comes back, I mean, it'll be what it'll be, and I will try to avoid it because it's not a fight I can win, but that's how it is sometimes. Let's resume from 65 and just see if we can make it any bit further forward. I'd really love to make it to a two-way teleporter.
A shadow. What will you do?
This time I'm going to try to make a bit more haste than last time.
In these boots. They're comfortable to walk in while
There are those stairs. All right. Just because the Reaper seemed to show up quite expediently last time, I don't really want that to happen again.
Great.
There's a rare shadow here. You'll love to see those. I'd love to see it even more if I could actually win the fight against it.
Hey, isn't that one different from the others?
It is.
Is it my imagination, or do some shadows seem smaller than others?
No one says anything to follow that up. I've kind of noticed that too, yes. I don't want to spend a lot of time waiting for this hand to turn around, but quite the group of them.
Do your best to take it down.
It's weak to dark.
I'll go with.
This is going to be a challenge. This is going to hit everybody, so I'm not sure what that's going to mean from the other hands, but... Alright. You know, I'm actually going to use it again, just to try to deal a little bit more damage. I'd like to think that Yukari, when she gets to her turn, is hopefully going to use a party-wide wind attack. Ideally knock the others down, and hopefully we can get an all-out attack to take care of things here. Okay, well, I guess she gets to do another one here and hopefully hit this time.
Nicely done, Takaba.
Again, I don't want to get overconfident, but things are looking good for this fight. There they go. Another major arcana. I don't see myself making it up to that arcana burst, but to take more stats can't hurt.
We did it!
A lot of experience there. A level for Mitsuru. Ooh.
Salut.
So she wants to head off on her own. Allow me. Don't worry, I'll clear us a path. Okay. I guess we will see the map of the floor this way. It isn't actually that big when she grabbed the treasure chest for us, so... should be pretty easy to reconvene. That was some good scouting. Good, we've rendezvoused. I've already gone ahead and done some reconnaissance. I also found this. Put it to good use. Wow, she found a lot. I will take it. Seems like you've all met up safely. Thank you for scouting ahead.
I trust you're not tired? Then let's be off.
If I remember right, when we were on floor 60, it was said that there was a barrier floor 9 or 10 floors away. So I wonder if I can make it 2 more floors here. I'd like to think I can. You know, we've got our theurgy gauge ready.
Being well equipped is a factor of combat effectiveness. Make sure to check your gear regularly.
Good advice. But timing-wise, I'd like to think that ideally I can make it up 2 floors before the dark hour ends and maybe make good use of the theurgy that we built up. If we don't, we don't. That's kind of my hopeful game plan at this point.
You hit a weakness. First work as always, Kirito.
I've also got a slower persona equipped, apparently.
Let's finish this!
2 enemies defeated at once.
It's weak to fire. Junpei's great with fire. Junpei's great with fire. Yeah, I'm gonna do an attack here. That works too.
Good job, everyone.
No all-out attack, but we still get a shuffle time, so that's worth it. I could reacquire justice here. Sounds, or you know, a principality for the justice. One less thing to purchase in the future.
Yeah! Who's up next?
Ever since the Reaper kind of showed up out of nowhere, I'm kind of feeling gun-shy about every corner I turn now. Especially with seeing another teleporter here.
A shadow!
Oh, there are the stairs, though.
I won't miss my chance!
My theurgy. I think I can use it now.
I'll go with. This one.
Go for an electric shock.
I'm gonna go with Mazio, just so we can get that little bit of info on whether or not the other enemy is weak to it.
Drop an enemy down.
What to do?
I've got the SP to spare.
You hit a weakness.
One target remaining.
1 enemy defeated. Good going, Kirito-senpai.
Not bad, Yuri.
Well, Junpei's great with his critical hits. Kind of a shame he's slower than the rest of the party, and he doesn't get to act as often in combat. But when he does, he seems to come into his own.
Be gone! Just kidding.
Man, I'm seeing some great level progress. I like seeing that.
Power.
Garula. Medium wind damage to a foe. Feels like, you know, that's a single target wind attack. Might make sense to replace the weaker version of that. It's going to cost a little more SP, but I'm going to do that. We don't need 2 single target wind attacks.
Going pretty well.
Floor after this is a border floor. It seems like the coast is clear for now, so you'll be able to get a bit of a break. Oh, I wonder if there's nothing on the next floor then? It's a 2-way teleporter here right now, so there's that playing it safe part of my brain that's like, go down, save the game. I still want to take a look before we go. There's enough time for that before the dark hour ends. But just in case. So yeah, let's head up this floor and just see. I'm so used to there being guardians on these floors. But if there is indeed a barrier floor here, I expect there won't be any further to climb. I mean, that's in the name.
This is...
A dead end. Looks like we can't progress any further for now. On the other hand, we made good headway. Nicely done. Come back whenever you're ready. It's your call to make, leader. Nice. I really did not expect to make it this far this quickly. There is a treasure. Old document number 3. Kind of fits the pattern we've been seeing, finding old documents on these barrier floors. A new institution will launch on the island. The amount of money being poured into it is unheard of. I've been told to be part of it. I'm worried. I have a bad feeling about this project. Interesting stuff. Yep, looks like we're not going any further from here. Closed path. path to the next floor is blocked off. We can't go any further than this. Looks like we just have to wait.
Honestly.
It's strange. I've come to accept that this tower is stopping us like this. This place is really unfathomable. It's almost as if it's luring us in. Am I overthinking it? There are so many unknowns. But we made it! Huzzah! We did it!
Whenever we return from Tartarus, do you ever have trouble falling asleep despite feeling exhausted?
Not me. I'm dead asleep the moment my head hits the pillow.
Different people are like that. Some people can fall asleep so easily, while others it is a struggle. Thankfully, I'm one of those that typically doesn't have trouble, so I'm very thankful for that. But we made it. Let's head back to the entrance. Kind of a shame to see 3 full theurgy gauges and not have used them on anything, but better to not have to face those dangers, I suppose. So we completed a request for Elizabeth while we were up there this time. I'm thinking it's that 3rd old document.
Here are my requests.
Indeed it is.
Wonderful.
Thank you for your assistance. Please take these as your reward. Wow, 30,000 yen. Man, there are so many things to look back on tonight's Tartarus journey and be happy with. That 30,000 yen was just an exclamation point to the whole thing. I've made some great persona. I got to a barrier floor surprisingly quickly. We had some good levels gained. Looking at the party's breakdown. Because I wasn't quite as effective on managing my party, Akihiko's fallen a bit behind, but I see myself potentially coming back just to train the party a little bit more between now and the full moon. Can't get too out of practice in the next 2 or 3 weeks, whatever it was. Still kind of try to bring him up a little bit more. But we're not too far off from everyone's average level of 24. We made it to a border floor, so there's no further climbing. It's just honing our skills against what's there. So I'm going to constantly save the game, but I'm going to head back into the Velvet Room. I'm going to register the persona we have, see what I can fuse, and that'll be where we'll wrap the night up. It was touch and go at times. I mean, actually seeing the Reaper on screen for a second
I've been waiting.
and surviving that by running away. I mean, I was happy with how that played out. It could have gone tremendously worse. Oh, the number of persona registered in the compendium has increased significantly.
Marvelous.
This is proof of all the hard work you've been putting in every day. It is truly wonderful news. So in turn, I would like to offer you more of my help. I shall reduce the cost of summoning persona from the compendium. Consider it a little gift from me. The good news just keeps coming. This has been an amazing day. I hope you'll make good use of it.
How may I assist
Now
you?
then, how may I be of assistance? Well, that was a bonus I really didn't expect today.
Registering personas? Will you register it to the all registered? Will you register it all registered?
That's the thing about having persona with the growth ability. They're getting experience. Actually, these are from
Is overriding except all registered.
the Empress card we picked up, isn't it?
Will you register it to the compendium?
So, yeah, that's why there's so many on here again.
Is overriding. I've completed registration.
High Pixie might actually be, yeah.
Is overriding all registered.
But everybody else, those I have better versions of, yes. Yes, and yes. All right. Let's see what I can fuse.
Well then, shall we take a look?
It's a long list, but nothing that I don't already have in the compendium. So, that makes that easy. I mean, I guess technically I could manually fuse some of these extras, like Principality and Rakasha here. But looking at our breakdown, I've got a Magician, a Chariot, a Hierophant, a Temperance, a second Magician. What happens if I fuse you two together? That would make... Oh, I can't make power.
Take all the time you need to.
But I've got Justice and Strength, so that does cover a lot of my social links. And I do have an opening where I can summon somebody else as we go forward. So I think it's good to just leave it here for there.
To your next visit.
I thank you both for your help. I wouldn't be where I am without it. So let's make our way back to the dorm. It's just really nice to get to the end of these days and be able to look back and just feel so good about all of it. It felt like a long day, but it felt like a day full of positive accomplishment and overcoming some challenges that thankfully went well. From my gameplay side of things, like I said, I have played this game before, so there's a part of me that sees all of these stats I still have. I mean, I've got a lot of HP, SP, and theurgy gauges. It's hard to want to walk away from the tower now, but it has been our hour. I'm trying to have the dark hour be an hour, so time is done. Save the game for the last time today, and let's head back to the dorm.
Oh, hello.
Do you want to stop fighting? Or do you want to stop for tonight? Stop fighting as well. Don't want to stop. Yep, let's call it quits. All right, please get a good night's rest, everyone. Yes, good work, team. So that is the end of Wednesday the 17th. Let's head back to the desk. All right, here we are. Again, that is the end of Wednesday, June 17th. And it was an amazing day. A lot of times I'll say it was a good day, and it's been a good day, but today was an amazing day. Even looking back, it's hard to think all the way back that we had school this morning, considering everything I feel like we accomplished. The day did start out at school. I got to pay attention to a lesson on magic again. Thankfully, I was able to answer it correctly. Mr. Edogawa didn't have to curse me or anything. Gained some charm progress at school. Got to the afternoon hour and joined the art club. Wasn't really sure where I was going to go with the day, but yesterday it told me about the clubs opening back up. A lot of people around school reminded me of that again today, so I took that hint and made it over. It was really cool to see Fuuka as a member of that club as well, so it gives me another chance to get to know her in a different capacity. Her still being new to the dorm, it's kind of got to be tough for her as well, so it gives me something else to be able to talk to around the dorm. It's not just talking about work, essentially, with our climb of Tartarus. It won't just be about the shadows and the personas. I can actually ask her about other interests of hers and get to know her on a more personal level. So that'll be encouraging. Another thing to make time for in our life, but that's the fun of being a high schooler and having that time to spend. That brought us back to the dorm in the evening, though. Walked around a little bit, didn't see too many things out of the ordinary. Thought about the plants I had going on the roof, but ended up back in Tartarus again. It was nice making the progress the last few nights. There was a chance to cook with Akihiko, but I decided we'll look at that another time. He's been reminding us that we need to make sure to keep up with our training as well, so I'm sure he would have approved going tonight, even though I didn't actually have him in the combat party. He got to stay behind with Fuuka and keep her safe. But we were able to make some solid progress. We learned about the Reaper. We got to see the Reaper, and it scared me good. I don't want to actually encounter the Reaper for quite a while if I can avoid it. It's not always up to me, but in a perfect world I will. But it lives up to its name. I won't spoil anything from there. Anyway, though, I was able to keep climbing. Was able to hide from the Reaper by jumping down a one-way teleporter, and thankfully I was able to resume from there. But I managed to climb all the way up to a barrier floor. I knew one was coming because Fuuka told us, but I was really expecting another Guardian between there and now. So many times there's been that Guardian right before the final floor, and I was all ready for that. I had our theurgy gauges built, the party was healed up, we had a lot of SP left, and then there just wasn't one. Not that I'm complaining, I wasn't really looking for a fight, but I was ready for it if there was one. But either way, we made it to that barrier floor, found the third old document, and it hasn't been that long since everything opened up to this new level of Tartarus, and already we're as far as in it as we can be. So I really feel good about that, coming compared to last month where I felt behind the entire month. Now when I choose to go back, it's just going to be for training, and trying to gain some levels and potentially money and things. But it's not like I have to be there. So, very encouraged. To top it all off, we got 30,000 yen for bringing Old Document 3 back down to Elizabeth, a bonus I didn't see. And then talking to Elizabeth in the Velvet Room, she said since I've registered so many Persona to the compendium, she's going to start charging less for me to summon them. So it's like, the good news kept flowing today. So I made a few new Persona I could throughout the day and couldn't make any more in the evening, got the compendium updated, and we all headed back to the dorm. Talked about how some of them have trouble falling asleep after time in Tartarus, and others have a nice easy time. So hopefully we were able to get all good and rested up for tomorrow, and just hopefully we all felt that sense of accomplishment that I'm feeling right now. But that does take us to the end of Wednesday the 17th. I just can't stop thinking about what a great day it was. If every one of these days could feel like that, it'd be even better. I mean, I've been loving this playthrough. I hope you have as well, but days like this make it even better. But again, that is the end of Wednesday the 17th, and I want to thank you so much for being here with me on the journey. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. My name is Tom Shima. It's been good to have you here. I stream this Persona A Day series live every day on Twitch at 12:30 Eastern Time. I've got a schedule up in your own local time if that's easier to see. If you want to visit my Twitch profile there. But I would love to have you if you ever have time to want to be here live. I also upload each of these playthroughs to YouTube. I've got a full playlist of this entire journey so far. So if you want to see the current day, or catch up on a past day, or just experience this at your own schedule and whatever works best for your time, that's why it's there. But I just hope everyone just has a wonderful Wednesday. We're at that midpoint of the week already, so hopefully you're getting through the things you need to get through. Hopefully you're balancing out some fun time in there as much as you're able to make. And hopefully we can all just keep working towards whatever needs to be done and get past the obligations and to the fun as quick and easy as we can. But I've been Tom Shima. Thank you so very much for being here with me again today, and I hope I can see you again. Thank you and goodbye.